Zach, thanks for that report tonight, but we do want to get back to that breaking news we've been telling you about there on 85, that pileup leaving 3 dead, 7 vehicles involved on 85 South this afternoon.
And again, these were the 3 victims identified. 2 of them, the McElroys, husband and wife, are from Townsville, Karen Goggin from Virginia. And again, a heartbreaking situation here that the coroner believes could have been avoided.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's so avoidable, but we see so many of these accidents in that area on 85. We have been following the intense debate about safety, again, on 85, where this continues to happen. And tonight, the coroner has some pretty strong words.
And for the first time, an elected official has called out the DOT. Matt Kaufax following the latest on this for us. He spoke to multiple people who witnessed this horrific crash. He's live in Cherokee County.
Yeah, well, guys, this an absolutely horrific crash. You mentioned it. We are standing on a parallel road right next to I-85, and just from being up close for hours today, I can tell you it did not look good. Going to show you what we can right now. Luckily, some of the more graphic elements have been removed. We do want to warn you, though, as you can see, these first responders right here, we want to warn you that some of the footage you're about to see is pretty intense. We wanted to eliminate some of the graphic and more close-up things. But as you can see these workers walking through right now, I'm just going to kind of take you through. You can see one of those cars that was involved in this 7-car pileup as this truck goes by, still very much smashed up and in the light there. It looks like they're still removing some of these cars from the barrier. It looks like one of those cars appeared to go over the barrier. You're about to hear one witness that we interviewed speak about that. But workers have been out here for hours, I can tell you, and it doesn't look like they're going to be leaving anytime soon. People we spoke to say this was absolutely terrifying.
Willie Williams Jr. says he had just pulled into the sleep-in overlooking I-85 after work when he saw something odd.
Just happened to see a couple 18-wheelers stacked up, and I'm like, what they're doing?
When his eyes traveled up the interstate past the traffic jam, he saw it. The coroner's office now confirming 3 dead in a 7-car pileup. Williams Jr. says he watched in horror for several minutes before first responders showed up.
I got to witness the couple medevacs coming in, grabbing a couple people.
Both he and Chandler Miller, another guest staying at the hotel, say it was terrible to watch.
Terrifying, shocking. We saw a car flip, hit the barricade.
The coroner says the accident was a chain reaction on a part of the interstate where traffic is diverted into separate chutes. Miller says he was also in his room overlooking the interstate and immediately called 911 from his balcony.
When we see this, it's like, oh my God, it's like, what just happened? When you see the car on the side of the barricade or the car destroyed, it's like, oh my God, I hope he or she just survived.
And we can show you this car. They've actually, this red SUV looks like it has been pretty smashed up as well. One of the cars involved in this, they are towing it away as we speak right now. Several tow trucks, and you can see traffic has been diverted to one lane that's going by us right here. And it's been going at that pace just now for a couple of hours, but it was at a complete standstill for a very long time today. And guys, I can also tell you that the coroner had very strong words in his press release earlier today when talking about the victims of this tragic crash. He says the chutes that divide traffic up around the I-85 widening on this interstate right here are more likely, he says, they should be called, quote, death traps. Back to you.
That's right, Matt. We have that full statement now from the coroner. He says, while state officials have endorsed them at 2 separate public meetings in Gaffney, I disagree with their being safe for motorists. It seems none of those officials are around to ride with me to knock on the doors of next of kin to deliver the message a loved one has been killed in this maze of concrete. Something must be done immediately. We cannot lose any more lives at the sacrifice of a road project.